everybody, we are on day 6 of self-isolation, and I am making garlic paste, also called toom, I believe. And this is really easy to put together. This is it for the ingredients. So it's peeled garlic. I happen to have had a bunch of peeled garlic already in bags, thanks to a great friend of mine. Thanks, B. Lemon juice. I have great, wonderful lemons, so I'm going to use them. But you can just get lemon juice from the store, or whatever you have available. Water, about 1/3 of a cup, and salt. And then you need a food processor. So that's it. Super simple. So the very first step is you want to take about 2 cups of the garlic and pop it in there along with your salt. And that's going to blend together. And then you are going to, we need the oil. You need one more ingredient. You want to add about 2.5 to 3 cups of oil. You can use any oil you like. I like grapeseed oil because it has the least amount of flavor, so you can still really taste the garlic. Some people like to use olive oil, some people like to use soybean oil, some people like to use canola oil, whatever oil you happen to have in the house and you enjoy the taste of. But we have a bunch of grapeseed oil, so that's what I'm going to be using. All right, so let's get this started. So we're going to measure out 2 cups of garlic. This does not have to be exact. Gotta get my other one. Okay. So these guys, some of these guys were previously frozen. That's fine. Anything good. All right. So that is a lot of garlic. But this is going to give us a lot of garlic paste, so that's fine. And now salt. Salt is basically your only real seasoning here because the lemon juice is acting as our emulsifier with the oil. So this, you want to make sure that you are giving yourself a good amount of salt. I start with about 1/2 tablespoon. So if you can see here, 1/2 tablespoon. And then after it's come together, I add in more, I taste it first and then I add in some more. Okay. You can use any salt you want. This is sea salt. It's not as salty as kosher salt. So I can start out with 1/2 tablespoon. If you're using kosher salt, it can sometimes be saltier than sea salt. So make sure you know that so that it's not super salty. All right. Okay. This is pretty much what it should look like before you add the oil. The more slowly you add the oil, the fluffier your paste is going to be and the better it tastes. All right, so I'm going to scrape down the sides and give it another quick pulse before I add the oil. Okay. Obviously, this should be said before you start cooking or baking or anything. Your hands should be washed always, and now especially. Okay, so again, I'm just going to pulse this a couple times. Okay, and now I'm going to measure my oil attachment so that the oil can go in nice and gradually. So this way it stops you from overpouring. I'm going to get about halfway. I use a little bit less than 3 cups, but it's about a 3-to-2 ratio. 3 cups of oil, 2 cups of garlic. I probably put a little extra garlic in here, so I can probably use the full 3 cups, but it's for your taste. I love really garlicky things, so I like it to be extra garlicky, but you have to make sure you use enough oil for it to become fluffy. Okay, so we're gonna fill this cup up. And now turn up. Okay, so we're 1 cup down. I'm gonna do another 1/2 cup, and then I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna put in the freshly squeezed lemon juice. Okay, so now I've put 1.5 cups of oil in, and now I'm gonna put a 1/4 cup of lemon juice in. And so this is a nice fresh squeezed lemon juice. Okay. looks like after adding the lemon juice, and you can see it's really starting to become really nice and opaque. I'm gonna give it a quick scrape. Next cup of oil. All right, so this is about 1/3 cup of water. Pour that guy in. And you're gonna see this is where the magic really starts to happen. So let's take a peek. Oh, and it's gotten nice and thick. There's a lot of it. So now this is when we're gonna check for taste. And this is when you can find out if you indeed put in too much garlic. A fresh clean spoon. Oh yeah, that's a really good consistency. My dogs are running in. Hi babies. Boo, this is not for you. Okay, see, that's got a nice peak to it, but it's not running off. So this is a good consistency. Now let's make sure I'm not gonna burn anyone's throat off or ward off vampires for my entire life. Okay, so let's find out. And if I start choking, you know it's too much garlic. That's a little too much garlic. What do you think, Bo? So this means I need to put in more oil. You need to put in the smallest amount of oil in a really gradual stream and taste every 1/4 cup of oil or so. Okay, boys and girls, I think this is ready. Yes, beautiful thick consistency. You can see it's not sliding off. Now, fresh spoon. And the reason you get a fresh spoon every time is if you use the same one, if you don't wash it in between, your gross mouth bacteria ends up in this beautiful gorgeousness and it will mold, it will rot, or you will get other people in your house sick with whatever germs you happen to have. So let's check this out. Right, dab. Perfect flavor, nice and mellow. You get a nice garlic bite on the end. All right, so tune in tomorrow and we will have day 7 of the North Hollywood Baking Show Apocalypse Edition. Night night.